Solar power comes in two different kinds of form. One of them is solar thermal, which is like if you wanted to heat your hot water tank or maybe possibly even a pool. Most people are familiar with solar photovoltaic, which is generating solar power into electricity. Before a customer considers installing solar panels, they should call us first. They can call our customer programs division, and they will walk through a step-by-step guideline in order to properly install those panels. The one thing we encourage people to be aware of the most is to be safety conscious. Big reason is we have construction crews and our community members out there on the lines working on those panels, and if power is flowing back onto the grid off those solar panels without us knowing it, it's very much not only a safety issue but a health issue and a life issue as well, really. FAYPWC follows the state interconnection standards, and those standards include everything from properly installing the panels, the line diagrams. They also ensure that the inverter is installed properly. So if there's an outage, the panels will not put power back on the grid. We also put in a couple different meters, one for consumption and also one for the generation side. The interconnection standards will also protect the homeowner, not from a safety perspective, but should something happen, whether it's a safety issue or whatnot, the homeowner may not be protected if their system is not installed correctly. Part of the interconnection standards FAYPWC has adopted will include two meters. The one will be the meter that is already at the installation at the home. That is for the consumption. Whatever power the house uses, they'll continue to have that same meter and be billed off that same type of electricity use. There will be a second meter that will be installed on the solar panel side that will just measure how much electricity the solar panels are producing. They will be billed normal rates for whatever they consume at their home. We will credit them a different amount for how much power they generate off the panels. One of the safety devices that's probably most important is called an inverter, and it's standard throughout the entire country. But one thing it does is it converts the power from the solar panel from DC power to AC power so it can be consumed in the home. But the other important aspect it does is if there's an outage on the entire system, it will prevent power from flowing back onto the grid, and it will stop right there at the inverter. So it will protect any type of line worker that's working on the lines themselves.
When the power goes off, it's appropriate to have the safety devices in place so the generator or solar panel possibly won't feed back on the FAYPWC system. It is important to me because the people installing these devices, as far as the electrician or whoever the customer may decide to get to do this work, it's important that they install it properly, because we do not want to have any incidents or backfeed out on the main system where any of our workers will be injured in any way. Many years ago, we were on electrical outage out of town, and the customer had installed a generator on their side, and they did not install it properly, and it backfeed back on the grid, and it was energizing many customers on that street. And if we hadn't caught that issue, there could have been injury. We encourage the customers to call in and to use these systems, but mainly call in and get the appropriate information as far as the generators and also the solar panels to make sure they're hooked up properly.
If anyone has any questions about possibly installing solar panels, we encourage them to call our customer programs division, and they have all the documents and all the forms readily available. They can answer any type of questions and walk them through the process if anyone's interested.